Hey, Bex.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How you
All
doing?
right.
Bex from Gareth's Random Ramblings.
Yeah, that's me.
Gareth blew us off. He had a job.
Ah, he does. Unfortunately, he has to make money, so
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool that he got one. That's awesome. I know we were talking about that last time, and he was
yes.
having a little trouble, but everyone gets there. How are
Oh
you
yeah.
doing?
Yeah, not too bad, thanks. Yourself?
Not bad. What time is it there?
Oh, it's lunchtime here. We're a day ahead of you, I think, or 12 hours
Yeah,
or something.
you guys are
Yeah.
futuristic.
Futuristic. Feel like
Yeah.
we're talking to you from a time machine right now.
Yeah, we're in a capsule.
Yes.
How long have you
Weird
been doing
concept.
the show with Gareth?
Sorry, what was that?
How long have you been doing the show with Gareth?
Oh, my goodness. We've been together 6 years. So I've been on the podcast for probably four and a half of those years.
Cool. I didn't know if you met, if you were doing it before you guys were together, or if that happened after.
Oh no, definitely after. I'm a bit of an introvert, so I'm really extroverted with all my friends, but when it comes to doing things for other people like this, talking on the radio or talking the podcast, it does not come naturally to me whatsoever.
So how did you get involved in the podcast then? Was Gareth doing it on his own for a few years and every now and then you would sit in, or how did that come about?
Well, when we first started dating, he didn't have an area where he could record his podcast. So he would borrow my car and drive up to the transfer station at the top of the road that we lived on and record it in the car with the computer sitting on the dashboard.
Oh
And
wow.
yeah, several occasions I would actually go up with him, and eventually he went, "Well, you're sitting in the car, you might as well join in on the conversation."
Oh, you're
And
actually sitting there.
yeah.
That's cool.
So then there were a few times where you were just sitting in the car listening to him ramble.
Yeah,
Nice.
absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, that's some of the things he comes up with.
He's a funny dude. He's a great guy.
He really is. Life is never boring, I can tell you that.
Bless you,
Sorry,
Pete.
man.
Our intern has been sneezing.
Oh man,
He's sneezing all night.
sorry, man.
I think it's allergies. He does a lot of pollinating,
I
a
do.
lot of tree
Oh.
work.
I heal trees for a living.
Oh.
Tree healer.
Yeah, that could be a YouTube
I'm a
series.
tree wizard.
The Tree
The
Whisperer.
tree whisperer. Tree whisperer. We should do that.
Bex, I saw on the website you're also a nanny.
I am a nanny, yes. I look after two children. Um, I can assure you this is not my life career choice.
I was gonna ask, do you have any horror stories?
Oh my gosh, do I ever? I have so many horror stories where to start. I might tell you a story from my previous family because they're in a different country and I won't get in trouble for sharing it.
That works.
But we actually, I had two little girls in my family beforehand when we were living at home in New Zealand, and my nanny family told me that my 2.5-year-old that I had was completely toilet trained. Um, Much to my horror, I found out she was not at all completely toilet trained, and I
Oh,
found her doing a poo under the dining table
Oh
and
no.
smushing it into the carpet.
Oh
Yeah, she's trying to get rid of the evidence. Kids are disgusting.
yeah.
My,
My
my,
son did that like a year ago. He just took a dump in the closets and then like started pushing like toy trains through it. Like, and he's eight.
Oh,
He was 8 years old at the time.
my sister, she teaches preschool, and she had this one kid that was afraid of his own turd. Like he thought the turd was gonna come out of the toilet and bite him.
So what did he do? Would he like
What did he
poop
do?
and run? Like
No, he was like, he took the dump, and then she heard him crying. She walked in, and he's like crying and pointing, the turd will bite me.
Well, you gotta tell them it's concentrated evil. That's what you gotta tell kids.
Apparently, she found out the kid's father told him.
Yeah, like that's good old fashioned child rearing right there.
Oh, man.
It's worse when the kids aren't yours.
Well, then you could beat them, right? When they're not yours or when they're yours. I don't know. I don't know what's
No,
better.
When are yours?
Do you guys have any kids of your own?
We don't have any of our own yet, no.
No.
We have been miserably trying for 5 years and having a bit of trouble there, but we'll get there.
Yeah. That was like, I had an aunt and uncle, and they were great aunts and uncles, and they're long since gone, and they never had any kids. And like, I asked my aunt once, I was like, why didn't Uncle Carmen and Aunt Edna ever have kids? And she's like, I don't know. Nobody ever asked that, you know, like nobody ever asked. It was like, wow, I guess that generation.
Yeah,
never
it's
spoke of
I
things.
suppose it's a bit of a soft subject too when you think about it. There's so many people out there that can't have kids these days.
Yeah. What
But yes.
What has been one of your favorite moments of doing the show with Gareth?
Oh my goodness, so many different good stories. I mean, I'm loving our new segment, the rose-tinted glasses. I think that's
listen to
actually
that.
really brilliant.
I listened to that today. I thought that was. Is that another show or that you guys are doing?
Kind of. So we're revamping our podcast at the moment, which is why you haven't heard from us in a few weeks. We're trying to make it a little bit more professional, a bit more fun, a little bit more structured. And the rose tinted glasses is a new segment for our show. Gareth said to me the other day, he goes, I like the idea of bringing back and looking at things that we enjoyed as kids and going, I wonder if they're still cool today. And if they, you know, when you take off your rose tinted glasses, are they exactly the same to you now as they were to you when you were a child? And I went, oh, that sounds so good, because it's
That
true.
is
I mean,
cool.
you look at some of your shows, like, say, for example, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. You look back at the old cartoons and you go, oh my gosh, they were so lame.
The new ones are cool though.
I rewatched
Yes.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. recently.
Oh, that's
Yep.
So
trash.
bad.
So bad.
Loved it when I was a kid, though.
They're still making those too, by the way, the Power Rangers. They're actually filmed in New Zealand.
Oh, really?
Really?
Yeah.
Well, they're actually releasing a live action movie that looks awesome. It looks really cool, and I think
based
it's
off the original.
yeah, it's based on the first one, and it's targeted at like the generation that grew up with them, which I thought was cool because it's more like adult content.
That's like the new Voltron. The toys are amazing.
Yeah, well, they're certainly bringing out a lot more realistic toys these days. They actually kind of look like what they're supposed to look like.
Right.
Definitely. What? How many times have you guys done the rose tinted glasses? Because I heard the one with the music.
Yes, so the music one was our very first show. We're still playing with some ideas for our next show. So I'm trying to convince Gareth that doing our favourite movies from 1997, given the fact that it's been 20 years, would be a really good segment for our next one. But we'll
Yeah.
have to wait and see. I'm not 100% sure where his head is at the moment for that next
I
episode.
feel like that would be a big show that you'd have to watch the movies, right?
Yes, I love it. I am such a movie buff. It's kind of what I do. When we do our Christmas 12 Days of Podcast, when we do our we did our Halloween version, well, some of our Halloween version last year. That's me. That's all me. I do all of the background research and that sort of stuff because I love my films. And when it comes to Halloween and stuff, Gareth's a bit of a sook. he can't stand them. Me, on the other hand, I love being scared. Not that Hollywood are doing a very good job of it lately, but I love my scary movies. So I do all the research. I watch the films and stuff, and then I sort of give him notes.
So I got a question with the rose tinted glasses thing. It's
Yeah.
97. So, like, if you do the movies, is it only movies that came out in 1997, or is it 97 and before that?
Well, I think it'd probably. I suppose it depends on like what Gareth likes, because he generally. I mean, he is Gareth's random ramblings. You know, he's the guy behind the name. But I would say we'd probably be focusing on our favorite films up to '97 because, I mean, we were just teenagers then, so it'd be the films that we remember best from when we were kids.
From the childhood, yeah.
Yeah.
Can you give us a sneak peek? Do you have any that are on your mind?
Oh, absolutely. I love The Little Giants. I don't know if you guys remember The Little Giants with.
Nope.
It's got Rick Moranis, right?
I never saw that
Yeah,
one.
that's the one. Oh, it's fantastic. It made me want to play American football when I was a kid, and then I realized that I'm just not cut out for that game. Mighty Ducks.
I never saw that
Free
one either.
Willy.
That's got
I never
Free
saw
Willy,
that.
I saw a lot.
I
of
was
Free
already
Willy.
old.
Charlie
at that
Sheen's
point.
brother.
What, the Mighty Ducks or Free Willy?
Yeah.
Either of them. Well, yeah,
Mighty Ducks,
he's
yeah.
in all. He's in everything back then.
He's Charlie Sheen's brother. Charlie Sheen's brother was in every movie in the
Emilio.
90s.
Yeah.
Right.
Different last name.
Emilio Estevez.
Yeah. Emilio Estevez.
Yes.
It's not. So hopefully it'll be a good segment. I really hope it will be.
Cool. Did you? Are you a fan of any remakes from back then? Like, I don't know if you saw the new Ghostbusters.
Do you know, I absolutely love the new Ghostbusters. I was
Heard either
when I
or.
heard about it.
I've never
Sorry?
seen it, but I've never seen it, but I've heard some people say the same, and I've heard some people say they hated it.
I suppose it depends on how big of a fan you are of the original films. I mean, I love them, absolutely love the original films, but I like the way that they've taken the original films and put a different twist on it, because it's not an original Ghostbusters film. It's a Ghostbusters film with chicks obviously playing the lead roles, but I suppose it's what did Gareth say? It was reimagined from what was the name of the guy who I can't even remember now. I just had a complete
Ramis? Harold Ramis?
Yeah, something along those lines. Yeah. So it's just completely they've just given it a new story, but now
Okay.
they're going to bring in the next one. Apparently they're making a sequel.
Oh wow, yeah, and I know it did good. Like I said, I've heard people walking around a store talking about how good it was. I've heard good friends of mine say it was great, and I just refuse to see it.
Yeah,
Oh.
I love the old one.
Yeah.
And I'll never see it.
A lot of them, I feel like you can't recapture it. I don't know.
I remember when I was like 4 years old, I saw the first one for the first time, and I thought the Marshmallow Man was like the funniest fucking thing I had ever seen.
I saw it in theaters. My dad took me, and then I begged my mom till she took me to see it again. Like, I'm like, come on, Mom, you got to see this movie. It's the best.
Well, I mean the originals are great, but I suppose the humor is different in the new one as well. And it has all the old cast in it as well. Well, those that are still living.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty good. Like, I would recommend it, but then again, you know, if you don't think you'd like it, I'm not going to go, hey, you have to watch this.
I don't know. I've wanted to see it even when it was in theaters, but I don't know. I can't.
That's understandable. It's, you know, if you don't want it to ruin your perception of your favorite films when you were a kid, you know, it's kind of.
No,
Is it?
you gotta have Peter Venkman. I'm sorry.
What
Oh,
up?
please excuse me. Sorry, I have a summer cold, so I might be clearing my voice.
Yeah, I know you guys got summer now. That's crazy.
That's weird. She says summer cold. I'm like, wait,
Yeah.
it's winter here.
Yeah, no, you guys are the only place like that, right? Aren't you guys the only place that has an opposite season?
Anything below the equator, we have opposite seasons. So,
Yeah, it's
yeah. So when you guys have winter, we have summer. So while you guys are enjoying the snow and the cold at Christmas time, we have barbecues. It's hot. It's like 100 degrees outside.
sounds fun.
Do you have Christmas in July though, or like do you still have the Christmas in December?
No, we still have Christmas in December. It's still 25th of December that we celebrate Christmas.
That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah, it is crazy. And like when you guys have your summer holidays, we have winter. It's winter here, so our kids stop school just before Christmas and go back to school around about February.
Wow, you have like 4th of July? Like, I mean, I know that's an American holiday, but like, do you guys have like
Kinda,
barbecues
kinda.
in the winter? Like that's.
They have a
Well,
yeah,
we live in where Gareth and I live at the moment. So in New Zealand, it's actually quite cold, and the summers are very unpredictable. So you can either have a cold summer or you can have a warm summer. But we live in Queensland in Australia, and like Sunday we got to now, if my calculations are right, 100 degrees Fahrenheit is about 40 degrees Celsius here. So we got about 45 degrees Celsius, which off the top of my head, I can't do the calculations, but it's about
Yeah.
105 or so
Wow.
degrees Fahrenheit.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's mental. It is absolutely mental. It is insane. I said to Gareth, "Why on earth did we choose to live in this place?" So
You guys,
winter does. Oh, sorry. Go on.
you guys have some deadly animals there too. Aren't there beaches where like seven things there could kill you?
Oh gosh, everything is trying to kill you in this country. Like I said, I have no idea why we moved here. In New Zealand, we have no predators. We have one poisonous spider, and the rest of the country there is no. We don't have any large game that tries to kill you. So no wolves, no big dogs,
No
nothing like that. No big
dingoes or
cats, nothing at all. No snakes. But here in Australia, we have snakes, we have dingoes, we have them in kangaroos. Believe it or not, kangaroos are incredibly dangerous. They jump out in front of your car.
Wow,
Wow.
that's like deer here. They're
Yeah, well,
stupid.
kind of like marsupial version of deer, you know.
Are they?
Absolutely, and they weigh more than a deer does as well. They're really heavy, and they're very
Wow.
really dangerous animals. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I heard they're mean.
So I'm
they're
assuming when
nasty
you
as.
so I'm assuming when you hit a kangaroo, your car ends up being destroyed, and the kangaroo cops away.
Yeah, yeah. That's basically it. Yeah. No, you'd very rarely find a dead kangaroo on the side of the road. They can survive pretty much anything.
Wow. I want one on the show now. I want to see if we can fuck it up.
I think it'd get you first, to be honest.
I think so too.
Well, they can box, right? I mean,
Yeah, that's it. Then.
Oh yeah.
There's just like creatures there from like primeval times, like living on the continent.
Is there one beach? There's one beach that has, like I said, like 7. Like there's a sign with like 7 things that could
There's
kill
like
you on that beach.
the blue ring octopus, that snail. There's like a
Fucking
poison
jellyfish, like everything.
Oh
out
my
there.
gosh, the sharks. The sharks are the worst. Like I mean, we have so many different breeds of sharks in the waters here. The great white is obviously the largest, but we also have the bull sharks, and they're the nastiest.
Yeah, we get
They
those
actually
here,
live
too.
in our rivers.
There
bull
was
sharks.
one. There was one about a summer ago, right? That was
Yeah.
That was on the shore.
They'll
here.
come up. They come up to like the Navasink River up here.
Oh, wow.
sometime. Like, it's crazy. Like
Ugh.
in Jersey.
I don't
New
like the
Jersey.
beach. I don't like the beach. Fucking evil.
I don't like it either. I'd much rather swim in a swimming pool. But I'll be honest. You go around the world, and every country has their dangerous animals. Usually, the dangerous animals are outweighed by the dangerous humans. In Australia, it's not the humans who are trying to kill you; it's the animals. There's
What about
just
that
so
prime
many.
minister though? That Tony Abbott. He was pretty scary.
Oh, yeah. No, he's an interesting man.
He never
He's
got
doing his
back to my
best, though.
emails. He never returned my emails. I wanted to get him on our show, and he just never.
Well, that's a
He's
big
a busy
career
man. He's got to control the country.
He's blowing.
big career mistake for him.
What's he doing now? Is he just like a loiterer, or is he like is he still important?
I don't know, actually, to be honest. It's funny. We actually hear more about American politics than we do about our own countries.
That's all it is
sure,
now.
yeah.
All it is the
is.
Trump
It's all
stuff.
Trump is the only thing in the news.
It's a reality show.
Yeah. But no, we don't really know. I don't actually know what he's doing these days.
So
No.
I need to know. I need to talk to that man.
Australia has that such a high turnover of prime ministers. It's hard to keep track of who our current prime minister is.
I was gonna ask who the new guy is.
I'll be honest, I should know, but I don't. I know who the new Prime Minister of New Zealand is, but don't ask me about Australia. I have no idea.
So what, besides the movie episode, Bex, what else do you guys have planned coming up on the show?
Ooh, that's a good question. I don't really get let in a lot on the planning process of it. Usually Gareth says, just go with it. And I just have to go with whatever he says. And I'm not allowed to talk politics or all that fun stuff anyway. So, I mean, we might be, because Gareth said to me yesterday, he goes, tell them that we've got a plan, that we're going to completely revamp everything. And I went, okay. And he goes, I said, are you actually going to give me more information on that? He goes, no, just tell them that. I went, oh, okay.
Well, conference call him right now at work. Call the.
Oh my gosh, no, we
Call the
have
business.
trial periods in this country. If he loses his job, I'm the sole breadwinner again. No.
I call Slim's job all the time, and I call as a character from the show, and I've got a restraining order, so he hasn't gotten fired yet, unfortunately.
I actually believe that.
I have. It's true.
I don't doubt that for a second.
I was his step uncle, Uncle Frankie Tuesdays.
Oh no. But I know that Gareth wants to do more stories about unusual things in the news. He loves to do things like that, things that, sort of pop up on your clickbait on your Facebook page and that sort of stuff, all those really interesting little
trending stories.
Yeah, he likes to talk about those a lot. And he loves his music. Like, Gareth is massive music head, because obviously he used to be a radio host himself.
Yes.
Which is basically where this all started anyway. And the both of us are absolutely salivating for the latest Linkin Park song that comes out 1 a.m. our time, 1 a.m. our time, tomorrow morning.
Oh wow! I didn't even know.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
I didn't even know they were still doing
that.
stuff
I was gonna ask. I didn't know they were still together.
Yeah, I thought Chester was doing Stone Temple Lincoln Pilots.
No, they're recording a new album at the moment. They probably Facebook and Snapchat more than Gareth and I do, which is a lot. So we're constantly getting video updates and stuff, and the new song's actually sounding really good. So we're quite excited. Our wedding song was actually "Let It Go" by Linkin Park. They did one of the Transformers movies. It was from one of those ones.
I was going to say I know that one. Yeah.
Yeah, and Gareth has actually got the chorus tattooed on his arm.
Oh wow! Did you guys listen to the new Blink? Like, because I heard I think one song, and I just was not. It sounded like it wasn't bad. It just sounded like Angels and Airwaves to me.
Yeah. Gareth, we are talking about Blink 182, right?
Yeah, Blink 182.
Yeah. No, Gareth, he is constantly sending me files. Hey, listen to this new song. So yeah, no, I don't think they're terrible. I mean, I think obviously the dynamic is changing with one of their lead vocalists no longer being with them, but it's good. It's interesting how a lot of these 90s bands are having a bit of a comeback this year.
Yeah.
In the last few years, and there's some really good music going out.
Yeah, they even say Soundgarden's working on another one too.
Wow.
Yeah. It's amazing.
Cool.
It's really cool. We have The Darkness coming to our local pub.
Oh, God. The Darkness.
Yes. The Darkness, of all things. I said to Gareth, oh my gosh. And he goes, we should go and see them. No, please no.
Those guys rear their heads sometimes randomly just out of nowhere.
Well, it's better than rearing your ass, I guess.
Yeah. Well, there's a big concert touring the world at the moment. I don't know if you guys have heard about it, but some of the old British bands, the old British 90s pop bands, have sort of formed again, like Atomic
Oasis?
Kitten.
I
And
love the Oasis.
no,
Those
I haven't heard
guys
anything
hate
from
each other.
Oasis.
They fucking
Really?
hate each other. I think, yeah, they were brothers. I think they hated each other's guts. I love them. I love them.
That was like the Black Crows. I read those guys used to just like toss their instruments at each other.
Wow.
That's what we do after the show. We just
Yeah,
smash
you
each
know.
other in the head with laptops.
The microphones.
And our, you know what?
Yeah. Who's
Honestly,
a
Honestly, I
drummer?
live with Gareth. You
Ginger
can't
Baker?
shock me.
No, that's
Bex, thank you so much for talking to us. Where can everybody find you guys?
Okay, so we're on Spreaker and on iTunes under GRR Podcast or Gareth's Random Ramblings. Gareth's Random Ramblings it is. And our latest Twitter handle is apparently GRR at GRR Podcast. Otherwise, you can hit Gareth up on at Enozoria or myself at Bex131.
Did he write that all down for you? Is it on like an index card?
Believe it or not, I am really good at memorizing these things.
Yeah, I just say Google Robin Slim. That's how I do it.
Yeah, that's usual.
And we also have a website which is garethsrandomramblings.space, and I have been instructed to tell you that it's .space because he was too cheap to buy the .com.
Oh, thank you, Bex. You were a great interview.
Oh, thank you very much for having me on.
Anytime.
All right, guys.
Have a good one.
Have a good one.
You too. Bye.